This is the Murphy Veterans Tribute in Murphy, Texas. It was dedicated May 27th, 2026. My name is Reagan Rothenberger, and I was the site designer and project manager on behalf of the city. At the time of its design and for most of its construction, I served as Director of Community and Economic Development for the City of Murphy. I worked with the Murphy Tribute Committee and City Council, and of course the Tribute Committee chaired by the persistent Mary Pat Elledge, and her hard work over almost a decade finally pushed us to this point and got us here, and what a great thing it is to see this finally completed. The idea for a tribute had been around for about a decade. It was going to be located on another site here on the complex. It turned out to be kind of difficult to develop, and the plan that was originally envisioned, just due to various reasons, just ended up not being feasible. So in 2025, middle of 2025, things kind of came to a head. Some money was realized, committed by the Collin County Commissioner's Court to help with the funding of this project, and the city realized that this was an opportunity to scale it back, work with the committee on a new design, which led to this today. I was handed the task in September of 2025 to get it done. Like I said, I designed the site, was kind of the point man. I got everything lined up, selected the materials, the artwork, and worked with some others to get this done, and other staff as well. And it was definitely a team effort to get here, and to see it completed again is a pretty incredible thing. Since I was the designer, I'll talk a little bit about the design. As you can see, there are 6 benches, and just so happens that there are 6 branches of the United States Armed Forces. At least now there is, because we have the Space Force. This is probably one of the first tributes or memorials in the country that recognizes the Space Force. And here we have the Air Force. As you're walking along, you can see some pavers. Some are still available and haven't been set in completely yet. You can kind of tell, but some have been sold. Here we have the Marine Corps and the Coast Guard. The idea is that you could come to the site and have a seat on one of these benches, perhaps somehow memorializing the fact that many gave their all to allow us the freedom of rest in this country. And so we're able to sit here and enjoy this. There's very little verticality. I wanted this to not be this overly grand tribute, but rather something that could be reflective and almost like it came out of the ground. This type of stone is actually underground in Murphy, in different levels of the surface, and it's very hard to develop here because of it, so that's kind of ironic. It is a native material. You can see more of the pavers. And of course we have the Navy and the Army, and my grandfather, Gary Donnell Rothenberger Sr., and a very close friend of mine, Dan Rosenfield. The Tribute Committee tells me that it's just by happenstance that they ended up here in the front, but I really doubt that. Here's the Honor of the Fallen statue. The Honor of the Fallen statue was given by Dr. Lorraine Chalkley, who's a local veterinarian, in honor of her father. I actually wrote the dedication language. This tribute shall serve as a place for all to reflect upon the ideals of honor, commitment, and public service. May it inspire future generations to strive toward faithfully serving their community, state, and nation in all capacities. The statue was by the Randolph Rose Company of Yonkers, New York. And of course takes advantage of this dramatic backdrop of the flags in the distance. It's hard to believe that we went so long without realizing this site's potential. It's just so perfect, highly visible, and a great spot to come and reflect. It almost looks like the soldier took a flag off the flagpole and brought it here to the site to memorialize his comrades. It was a great amount of discussion to convince everyone that the monument should face inward. It's so obvious now, but I think at the time it was thinking that, well, his back is going to be people who come in from this direction. But it really creates a center of gravity and makes people want to walk in and participate from the west, and I'm glad it turned out this way. And by the way, the really proper way you're supposed to enter is from the east in the distance from this view, the way we came. The tribute committee was kind enough to give me credit, and I no doubt they wouldn't, but it's very generous. I'm grateful for that. I think it really turned out well, and it's hard to believe that the project was almost dead a year ago. Just really didn't know what was going to happen. But here we are today, and I hope that many in the Murphy community and the region can come and enjoy this really reflective spot here on this, what I think is one of the most beautiful City Hall complexes in the Metroplex. I hope everyone enjoys it for years to come.